Hi you all, it's me Maya March and I'm back and I'm going to demonstrate today how to perfect a Flexi ride set. Now today I'll be using 3 different types of Flexi rides. I have the purple, the orange, and the gray. Now they're all the same thing but the difference is their size. I'm going to probably work the gray and the orange more towards the front because they're smaller, and then the purple towards the back. And then I actually recently just got some Chinese type of looking bangs cut, and so you'll see in the front how I try to work like these, the smaller ones, just so it won't be too much shrinkage where it looks weird. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair down. Warning, it looks crazy, but don't judge. It's gonna look so much better by the end of this video. So I'm gonna show you all, just to show you. In the front, I have it cut, but it's still pretty long. It goes towards my nose, but let's see. I'm going to start working my back. I'm going to just comb it through.
My eye just changed. Okay, TALIAH to me. My eye just changed. You like it? Oh, like it.
Get my curling cream. Spread it through and make sure you get your ends well, because that's the part you want to make sure is nice and even, because sometimes the end can just ruin a full set. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and start with my purple. I'm just going to work my way down. I want to kind of get into
control. And I'm never on a wasting shawty. I do it how you say you want it. Them girls, they just wanna take my money. They don't want me to give you nothing. They don't want you to have nothing. They don't wanna see me find your loving. They don't wanna see me smiling back when they knowing I like you.
Once again, getting as close as possible to your roots, I placed the Flexi rod on my scalp and slowly began to wrap the hair, making sure it stays smooth. And at my ends, I'm grabbing my curling cream to keep the ends in place, repeating the same process all over my head. Notice when I'm finished, I'm going to grab my curling cream, and that is what's going to create the perfect Flexi rod set. Another tip is, while closing the Flexi rod, close it where it holds firm and isn't loose. Notice the direction I close the rods after rolling my hair.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Never on a wasting
Let's go.
You better run it around, shit, roll it up. Let her roll it up. Break it down like a bar, she would never us. She would never run. That's around, I really, are you serious? How you feel, how you feel? You should trip out that shit I was kicking to you as a
So I decided to use smaller Flexi rods on my bangs just so they could be curlier than if I had used the orange ones, which are a little bit bigger, and I just felt like this would give it more of a curlier look. But this is also a good tip for anyone who's currently rocking their TWAs.
Oh my God.
Alright, after hour and a half, we're placing the last Flexi rod in. Make sure it's nice and straight for you so it can be smooth as possible when you take them down. I'm just placing a little bit more mousse. The curling cream. This is my favorite. I love this curling cream. Makes my hair super soft and super defined. You just kind of just get as close as you can and just start wrapping the hair.
Break it down like a bird, she would never rise. She would never rise. That's the real, no real, are you serious? How you feel, how you feel? Used to trip out that shit I was kicking to you.
And we're done. I'm gonna go ahead and sit on the hair dryer just so we can be finished today. So I'll be back in probably like an hour and a half tops. And after like an hour and a half of sitting in the dryer, we are officially dry. So we're just gonna unravel it with the way the curl is going. And look at that, it has a lot of body. And we're gonna do the next one.
Never tell you can have it. You was just another nigga on the internet. You was just never tell you can have it.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information. I say, okay, ladies, now let's get information. You know you that when you cause all this conversation. Always stay gracious, especially after the beat. Here we go.
Now I'm taking some oil to place on my fingertips. Any type of work such as olive oil or coconut, parachute. The oil is really just to add shine and to reduce my hair from frizzing as I separate my curls.
And then just like on my perm rod tutorial, I'm just gonna grab each curl and just turn it with the way that the curl is going. I'm telling you, it always creates a nice, defined, fluffy, full look for it. Here's another one. Once again, you just pull it apart, go with the flow of the curl, and maybe in 2 or 3 sections, depending on how big one curl was. Look at it, it flew all the way up. And you just do this around the whole head. Take it and twist. And twist. The way of the curl, you just twist it the way that you rolled the curl. And you just do this around your whole head.
Now let's get information. I say, okay, ladies, now let's
Okay,
get
ladies, now let's get information. I say, okay, ladies, now let's get information. You know you that chick when you cause all
This conversation.
Always stay gracious, best revenge is your paper.
Okay. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm really loving this. Like, it's super soft, super fluffy, super bouncy. I can do it. All I did was kind of lay my edges down a little bit with some like edge control, a little gel with the baby hair brush, of course, as I showed you in my last video. Also, I had a little trouble with like the front part, only because like, you know, my hair is a little shorter, but I feel like I worked it out. I pulled some of my longer hair that was on this side and I tried to bring it forward, just so it wouldn't look so weird, like all of a sudden it was short then it's long, you know, so to give it kind of that like layered look. I went ahead and dragged over some of my hair over to the side. But other than that, I love it, and I hope you all love it, and I hope this tutorial helped you all. And until later, guys, don't forget to subscribe, and peace and love. Bye.